Done a fantastic job. Would you like to say anything further, Kevin?
No, sir.
Okay. Lindsey Graham, please.
Well, one, thank you for calling Henry. To my friends in North Carolina, I used to be a reservist at Seymour Johnson, so I know that y'all have been hit really hard. And unfortunately, our delegations in South Carolina and North Carolina are getting pretty good at turning the funds around, and Kevin and Nancy work well together, so we've got to fund the government entirely by the end of the month, but I promise you we'll do everything we can to get the money flowing. And being your neighbor, I'm really sorry. I know it's been really hard up here. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. You've done a great job. Thank you, Lindsey, very much. And Leader, what do you think? You're working, I know, with the Democrats, and we're getting things approved rapidly. How's it going?
Yeah, I think it's working well. The one thing I do want to credit and thank all of you for how well everybody's worked together. Coordination, knowing how this storm would change course, the modeling continue to go, and just the preparation. I know you've saved a lot of lives by the preparation you do. Our responsibility, Lindsey and others, making sure the resources are there, and there was, as we talked to FEMA ahead of time, there was enough money, and if there's more needed, we'll continue to work towards it.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And Admiral, thank you for keeping me in touch. He was with me all the way, no matter where I went. The Admiral was right there, and you let us know, and we were able to do a lot of good by being there. So thank you. Would you have anything to say, Admiral?
Just with regard to the Bahamas, because much of the attention is shifted there now, Mr. President, USAID, the Agency for International Development, their Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance, is in the coordinating lead, working directly with the government of the Bahamas, responding to their request for the most acute humanitarian needs of the Bahamian people. And as you talked about, it's a very concentrated area of the Bahamas that was affected. The rest of the Bahamas, almost the size of the state of California, is unaffected and open for business. And so Bahamians are helping Bahamians, evacuating people to other sections of the Bahamas that have not been affected. And not only the United States, but foreign governments and non-governmental organizations are all also there in force providing the humanitarian aid that's needed.
So people are unaware of the fact, for the most part, that the Bahamas is a much bigger place than people would understand, than most people would understand. So you're actually moving large numbers of people into safer areas and areas that weren't affected in the Bahamas by the hurricane.
Right, sir. The government of the Bahamas is actually doing that, assisted by others, moving people from the most affected islands, generally the Abaco Island, which was really damaged, toward Nassau, which is an area of the Bahamas that was relatively undamaged and has the resources to help those folks out.
They've really done a great job. Thank you very much. So we have now people standing in line trying to get into the arena, and I will tell you that they are soaking wet because Roy and everybody just walked into the plane. And you folks were wet. It is bad weather out there, but we have a tremendous crowd, and we're going to be there in a little while. We're going over a little bit earlier than anticipated. So I hope you're going to be able to join us, and we'll have some fun. It's going to be a good rally. Yes.
I got to mention one thing. The budget agreement that you helped negotiate with the House and the Senate, no agreement's perfect, but if we had not done the budget deal, we'd gone back into sequestration. You would not be having new ships. The biggest winners were the DHS, the military as a whole. So times like this, I appreciate what you did in the budget, because sequestration would have been devastating.
And I think it's really important to say Mexico has passed it, Canada's passed it, the USMCA is vital for our country, the economics of our country. You have two countries that have gone through the process fully, and we're waiting for an approval from the House. I think the Senate will approve it rapidly, so we hope they can get that moving. It's a great thing for us. The farmers, even the unions are really liking it a lot. We're going to make certain little changes, but Bob Lighthart is dealing with Nancy Pelosi. I think they're getting along very well. Steve Mnuchin's involved, and hopefully they can get a vote on that very quickly. The USMCA, very important. Thank you. Okay, thank you, folks.